Hey, welcome friends to our Friday message. So you know what the deal is. We're going to panel or bring messages from spirit, and as always, Indira is going to do our little disclaimer. Um, there you go.
Yeah, remember this is a message for the collective, which means that some may apply to you, some may not apply to you at all. Whatever resonates with you, take it with you. Whatever does not, leave it for someone else. Most important to know is that you are a responsible adult for your decisions. We do this for wisdom and guidance purposes, but we are legally need to say that it is for entertainment purposes, and that whatever decision you make is yours and yours alone. In no way are we responsible for your life. Yeah.
So I guess we're going to tune in for just a few seconds and see what comes through. So what I'm hearing from Spirit is we had an episode about triggers and glimmers. So Spirit really wants to build on that and say that if you do have triggers, just know that they gave you those triggers or the experiences for you to heal. And actually, healing is not just for you, but it healing goes back to your family and your ancestors as well. So most likely the triggers that you have were already present in your ancestors, maybe your grandmother, your great grandmother, or somewhere in your family line. So now is the time where and when you're able to heal, because we're moving into a time where you can actually talk about it, and there are resources that can help you heal the triggers. And so that's why maybe the triggers are more intense, and you feel like you have to let them out and you have to deal with them, because the time we live in right now, you can most certainly find people that help you get over those triggers and get over those generational trauma. So just know that if you feel like that this is a lot more intense, and you need help with that, just know that not only is spirit here to guide you into the direction you need to go, but also just know that resources are available. There are healers out there that will be able to help you. Just find your tribe. So that's what I'm hearing. Find your tribe and your community.
I like that. So I was getting something that I've not ever really um, applied to the trigger situation. And so I'm hearing the wisdom of Buddha. And one of the teachings of Buddha is the root cause of all suffering is expectation. And, our mind is a very tricky thing. And when it has a traumatic event, that traumatic event will imprint on our brain, and it will create an expectation of more trauma, right? And so that trigger, that trauma will constantly be looking out for, constantly be expecting another trauma, another trauma, another trauma, another trigger, another trigger. And so when we learn that the brain does that as a way to protect us, we can move in and through a trigger with a little bit more ease and understanding that the brain is expecting to be traumatized again and is trying to protect you from it. And that's why it is bringing up that anger, that fear, that worry. So when we have that deeper understanding that expectations often lead to suffering, and some of our suffering and triggers is created by the brain's expectation that you're going to get hurt again, leads to that great suffering of having a trigger. The beauty of the brain is that it experiences neuroplasticity. And so when you can have that awareness, you can have that support You can have that reprogramming of the trigger. The brain will heal itself from the trauma. It no longer has the expectation to be traumatized again. It no longer holds the expectation to be triggered again. And you have just reached that level of healing through releasing it, through that talking to people, recognizing what is happening, why it's trying to keep you safe, why it is expecting something, that expectation, and how to move through it with ease. Yeah, becoming the observer of the thought and the trigger and the trauma, being able to observe how the brain is doing that through you and for you. And then having the everyday practice of, as Bettina said, is of talking to people, of communicating, of that real world experience. This is how my brain is trying to keep me safe. And now I need to let my brain know that it's safe so we don't have to continue to relive this. So that is that message. Ooh, I'm dizzy.
Oh, wow. Something's moving through you, huh?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Oh, that was
goodness.
good. That was good.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, hope you're okay. I mean, we really want you guys to be okay. Everybody who's listening or watching, we will do whatever we can to make you feel like we can help in any way,
Mhm.
shape, or
Yeah.
form. And so,
Support you however we can.
however we
Mhm.
can.
Yeah.
So, with that said, we'll wish you a very good Friday evening and a good weekend, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
Yep.